then we're all set. So did you already take the PDR class?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's already in.
Yep.
Going to record with the track overlay.
Exactly. So it's recording right now, and then as soon as you get out on the pit lane under the Michelin bridge, you'll hit that marked finish line. Okay.
Okay. Now, yesterday, I was hearing way too much noise back here.
Okay.
And if I tried to hear it loud enough when I was on the track, then I would get the front and back, and I really couldn't hear what he was saying.
I'll sit in here while he does a radio check, and then I'll see if I can tune it up a little bit. Okay.
Because I wanted to have it loud enough to hear, but like I said, then I was hearing it from the back, and there was like an echo, and it's like I really couldn't hear what he was saying.
All right, so let's get on over to track mode real quick.
Who do I have here?
Dennis.
All right, now double click that center button. Now over to Sport 1. So give a swivel over to the right.
To the right.
Yep. One more. And then now you're not going to touch it, and it's going to go right into it, okay?
Okay.
So you'll be in that mode every single session, okay?
Okay, so this is with the traction control.
It's still on, but it gives you a little bit more, focus on your skill. So it will still kick in. You still have traction control. You still have the computer helping you.
Okay.
But it's just a little bit less, okay? So I'll sit here while he does a little radio check, see if it's still the same problem here. And then we'll see what we can figure out.
All right, guys, if you can hear me, go ahead and give me a thumbs up.
Is that better than yesterday?
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Perfect. You can hear me? Perfect.
Yeah,
adjust those volumes so you can hear me.
Is that good?
Windows up at this time, set those climate
now
controls.
I need to go back to...
Yeah, and then it's still recording, but yeah, you can just do that. All right?
Okay.
All set. Go ahead and roll those windows up.
All right, guys, you got Greg up here in the gray 04. I'll be leading you out for this session. Warm-up session, get you used to the track again, and remember our first lap is always a warm-up, then we'll get into our rotations. I got Fred in the gray Z06. I've got Bob F. in the orange manual Stingray, and I've got Dennis in the blue auto Stingray. We're going to be going over the shift points out there. They come at you pretty fast. My autos, you're going to be up to 5th gear. All right, so go ahead and release those parking brakes, manuals into 1st gear, make sure rev match is on. That number 1 is illuminated to amber. My autos, you're going to select manual, pull that all the way down to manual. We're going to be using those paddle shifters. As always, let's taxi on out. Underneath the Michelin bridge, as we enter the track, it's going to be a warm-up lap. And then we'll get into rotations after that. So let's set the precedence on our warm-up lap here. We do everything correctly. We want to run that exact line, so make sure, just like I'm laying down tracks in the snow, if I'm clipping apexes, letting my car come to mid-track, you're doing the same thing. However, try not to focus on me. Establish your line, get to know where the line is, build the muscle memory, and then I want you to open up your vision with the visual scanning. Try not to lock onto me as a target. It might be okay on your first lap, but after that, I want you to understand where the line is. Once again, the shift points come at you pretty quickly, so remember, we get those downshifts while our hands are straight. We get our downshifts, and then we balance with our brake into the apex. So you brake first, downshift, and then balance into the apex. No downshifting in a corner. Okay, guys, underneath the Michelin Bridge, here we go. Let's go on out. Let's do a nice warm-up lap, and then we'll start to pick up the pace. As we come on out to the blend line, let's stay all the way to the right. Coming out to 1, just come on right out to mid-track and bring your hands right on down as we caress that horizon into 1, just clipping that apex point there. Manuals, you should be in 4th gear here, and autos as well. You'll be up to 4th gear. As we come around to, actually, manuals, you're going to be in 3rd gear, I'm sorry. Autos, you're going to be in 4th. As we come around to turn 2, we clip the apex, and as we start to unwind here, feeding in the throttle, my manual, you're going to go up to 4th gear. My auto, you're going to go up to 5th gear. So we enter turn 3, we're on the brakes, we get the downshift. Manual, down to 3rd gear. Autos, you're going to go down from 5th to 3rd gear before you turn into the apex of 3. So for this part of the track, from the apex of 3, we're going to be in, everybody's in 3rd gear here. Clipping our apex right, setting up at mid-track from our near apex cone. We clip our apex right, and as we do that, we go back to brake balance looking left, and we open up a wide angle for 4. Clipping our apex so we get a nice drive out to the exit, just like the exercises we practiced yesterday. Open up that wide angle, slow in, and we can start to feed that power out, because as we come up the hill to 5 here, we have to carry that momentum through our apexes. So we get a nice drive out of 4, we carry that momentum all the way through 5, letting the car relax on the left, a little bit of brake balance for 5B, and we still have that momentum as we come down the hill for the kink here. And everybody up to 4th gear. And then as we start to brake, we look left for that apex of 6, so we just light brake all the way to it for balance. Our hands are straight, we get our aggressive braking done to slow the car down, we downshift from 4 to 3. Out onto the straightaway here, we're going to go up to 4th gear for the manuals, 5th for the autos, and let's do a rotation. So Fred, pull to the right. Bob, come up behind me. Then we have Dennis. So Fred, you're going to get behind blue, 50A. Now as we head down to turn 8 here, this gets a little tricky for the autos. You're going to make one downshift. Manuals, you're going to stay in 4th gear. So manuals downshift from 5th to 4, and then balance with the brake in. As we come to turn 9, we bring our hands to the apex, we get our car straight. We're going to be downshifting to 3rd gear under braking before we turn into 9. Balance with the brake for 10, unwind out to the exit. Manuals, you're going to stay in 3rd gear. Autos, you're going up to 4th gear. Balancing with our brake, looking right over the horizon, letting the car relax mid-track, and as you crest the top of the hill, just start to feed in your hands down to the apex. Straight shot to the inside line, back to brake balance, letting the car relax, mid-track, looking left. So no windshield here for turn 2, bringing your hands right down to the apex, clipping at its point, unwinding to the exit, up to 4th gear, under power, autos up to 5th. Getting the braking done, getting the downshift, and balancing in for apex 3. Back to the S's, apex right, we go back to a little bit of brake balance, opening up that wide angle for 4, so we get that nice drive to our exit, feeding in the power. Then back to brake balance as we enter 5A, carrying that momentum. See how much momentum you can carry through there from that you generated out of 4. That's the idea. Down the kink, we're up to 4th gear again, clipping our apex right. Back to brake balance all the way into apex 6. Again, on the brakes, we get our downshift to 3rd, balance in with our brake for 7. straightaway, manual's up to 4th gear, auto's up to 5th gear. Under braking before you turn in, manual's downshift, manual's hold 4th gear, auto's downshift to 4th gear. Brake for 9, getting that downshift to 3rd, balancing in with the brake, carrying that momentum through 10 to your exit. Manuals, you're staying in 3rd gear, auto's up to 4th underneath the Michelin bridge. Long and light on the brake as we enter 1, looking all the way over the horizon, letting the car relax mid-track. As you crest the top, just bringing your hands right down to apex and then straight shot to the inside line with a little bit of brake balance looking left. So no windshield for turn 2, look at that. Apex is in the distance, we just bring our hands right to it, being nice and patient as you clip it, unwinding the throttle. Long and light on the brakes, getting the downshift to 3rd, looking right, balancing in, clipping the apex, unwinding out. Back to a little brake balance, apex right, back to brake balance, open up a wide angle, getting it down into the 4, the bottom of the elevation change, and then bring that power on, unwinding those hands. Back to brake balance, carry that momentum from 4 that you generated to the exit all the way through 5A and B. A little bit of brake balance will help it turn through there. Then down the kink up to 4th gear, clipping your apex right, staying right, looking left, and just carrying the brake for balance all the way to the apex. Braking and downshifting to 3rd, balancing in. Good run there, Bob. So Bob, pull to my right. Fred, come on up to me, followed by Dennis. Bob, you're going to be up behind Gray, 1578. Balancing with the brake, look over the tire wall barrier, and from mid-track, just start to bring your hands down to the apex, straighten the car up, getting that downshift, and then balancing in to turn 9 there. Balance with the brake in, hugging that left line, so you get a nice run to your exit at 10 there. Good. So on the front straight, from the 1 side, we just start that long, light brake pressure all the way through 1. From the near apex, we're just off of it, letting the car relax to mid-track. Top of the horizon, bringing our hands to the apex of 1. Straight shot to the inside line, a little bit of brake balance, looking left. Just let the car relax. A little maintenance throttle will carry you through there. Little maintenance throttle is all you need. Clipping our apex, unwinding right. Little bit of brake balance to get us through the S's here. And then a little bit of brake balance for our turn in for 4. Clipping our apex, open up that wide angle, get the drive to the exit. And from that momentum, if you go through 4 correctly and open up that wide angle, we can carry that momentum that we generated on that short straightaway all the way through 5A and B. A little bit of brake pressure helps it turn. So we have that momentum for the kink coming down the hill. You can see if we ruin those apexes and don't get the proper drive out of the corner, we're slow everywhere else. So your initial turn-in is the most important thing you can do. All right, guys, we're going to give that group ahead of us a little bit of running room here. Let's pull over to the right. Everybody over to the right. Let's give them a little bit of room so we can get back up to speed. Good run, guys. Lines are looking really good out there. Let's really focus on the line. All right, let's head back on out to the line, get back up to speed. Check your mirror, back to the left-right racing line, up through the gears into turn 8 here. We approach 8, you just come all the way to the right, getting the car straight, getting that downshift under braking, and then balancing it with your Apex 9. Stay all the way left, all the way to your turn in, and just carry that momentum from your Apex all the way to that exit. Back to power. Long and light on the brake all the way through. Letting that car relax. And a little maintenance throttle is all you need. Amen. Again, you can throttle out after the Apex 1, a little bit of power while your hands are straight, and then back to balancing. Looking left, so no windshield for turn 2. It's all out of your driver's side window. Coming up the hill to 3, long and light, getting the downshift, long and light on the brake, and then balance in. If you're late braking here, this turn is deceiving. It's a 90 degrees, so remember, we get our braking done, our downshift, and then balance in with the brake. We want that rear end to settle back down. Clip your Apex right, and then mid-track, look left for me. Look out that driver's side window. Open up that angle and get a nice drive to your exit. Look at all the momentum we can carry up through here. As we go through the elevation change, we're light on the brakes to Apex 5A. Look at all that momentum we can carry out to the left side edge. Just a little bit of brake balance for 5B. Good run. So Dennis, pull to the right for me. That's going to bring Fred up behind me, followed by Bob. And then Dennis, you're behind gray or orange 13. Make that lane perfect. Very good job falling back in the line. Right turn signal's on for me. We're going to exit this time. Just hold your line. Even though our turn signals are on, we still stay in the racing line. That's going to let everybody know we're exiting. And then again, as we enter the skid pad area through the exit here, 15 miles per hour, keep your head on a swivel. This is a